Hello, welcome to another Cube Draft. My name is Edward, also known as Strategy, and let's see what we open in our first pack. Maybe it'll be a Mox Emerald for the umpteenth time. Okay, it was not a Mox Emerald. You know what? Give me back my Mox Emerald. I'd rather have that. Alright, okay, so there's a couple different options we can go. We can go with Into Your Pyro, which I don't hate, but we have drafted a lot of aggro strategies recently. There's a Hull Breacher for wheels, which I often see Wheel of Fortune and Time Twister go decently late, sometimes even wheeled. There's a Sacred Foundry to go if we want to go like the Boros route again. There's a Wrenn and 6 if we want to try to make lands work. There is a Field of the Dead in the pack as well, but I don't think I'm quite interested in that. There's a Shinobi and a Jace if we want to try to be a more blue or a tempo strategy. Honestly, I'm kind of liking Kolaghan's Command here. I'm not saying it's the best card. Maybe Grim Monolith is better as a pack one, pick one. Unfortunately, this just kind of takes us everywhere. And you know what? I wouldn't mind playing a more control-y style deck. Let's take Kolaghan's Command and see what happens. Okay, Jace goes well with the Kolaghan's Command. There's also a Chrome Mox. I do like Chrome Mox. Yeah, let's go with the Chrome Mox. I don't think we're going to get the Jace back, but that's okay. Ooh, a Mana Leak? I don't hate a Mana Leak. There's also a Marsh Flats if we want to ignore blue. There's even a Baleful Strix, but I want to take the Mana Leak here. There's nothing else really outside of the Marsh Flats that I really care for right now. I'm just going to take the Mana Leak. A Library of Alexandria, an Animate Dead. There's also an Oko. Do I want to be 4-color? Sans white? I'd rather be sans green, honestly. I could also just be 5 colors. Oko is the strongest card in the pack, I think, and then followed shortly by Animate Dead, and then like maybe Library. It's kind of where I have it ranked. I want to take the Oko. I don't blame anyone for wanting to take the Animate Dead here, but I'm going to take the Oko. Keep in mind we can be Simic as well and just not play the Kolaghan's Command. However, this is a Bloodstained Mire, and that goes perfect with our Kolaghan's Command. There's also a Leovold of note, but that's very likely to wheel if we do care to play it. Let's take the Bloodstained Mire. Now we have a Chandra. I think I like that better than Titania, honestly. I do love a Titania, and if we get the Wrenn and 6 back, then Titania would kind of reward us for having the Bloodstained Mire and the Wrenn and 6. You know what? Okay, maybe we'll do that. Plus, you know, my companion Mox Emerald might show up after all. And this wheeled last draft. I'm not saying it's going to this time, but I think I convinced myself to play the Titania. Okay, there's a Badlands. There's a Snapcaster Mage, which goes great with Kolaghan's Command. There's also a Fire Covenant. We are still kind of all over the place. We could ignore the Kolaghan's Command, but then Bloodstained Mire doesn't do much for us either. I really want this Mana Leak to work out, so I'm gonna take the Snapcaster Mage. That should be good enough with the Kolaghan's Command. Giving up on the Fire Confluence and the Badlands is a cost, but Bloodstained Mire is already a Badlands. Oh, perfect. Look, we got rewarded. We get a Grixis land now. Or now our Bloodstained Mire is a Grixis land now. We're only giving up on Tishana's and Thunder Trap Trainer, really. I don't want to play another double green spell like this. I'd rather be more of a control style or mid-range style deck. Either way, Undercity Sewer is easy there. Oh, wow, that's a wheeled Jace and a Fallen Shinobi? What world are we in? I mean, I really want this Ren and 6. I think the Ren and 6 goes well with the Titania. It goes well with the Bloodstained Mire. I'm just gonna take the Ren and 6. I just I don't know. I mean Jace isn't what it used to be, but I mean it's still a Jace. And now this bug land, oh that's just perfect. Now our Bloodstained Mire gets all of our colors. Giving up on a Verge, which I wouldn't mind. I want a Baleful Strix, or do I want Dig Through Time? Blue black. Yeah, I think I like the Baleful Strix better. There's other way, like an Abhorrent Oculus in the next pack might be. And Sylvan Safekeeper Wield. Okay, fantastic. That's okay. I'm so glad we took the Titania. Pillage the Bog is a tutor. I think I like that better. We don't currently have any white, and I don't want to play white if I don't have to. I mean, I guess we'll take the Talisman, because again, I don't want to play white. Okay, well, there's a free white black land. There's a Twister if we would have taken that Hull Breacher or Leovold. There's a Sheoldred, which I don't hate, but I kind of like black being our splash. There's also a Misty. I like Misty. I think we're supposed to take Misty here. It gets our two most common colors. It still gets Undercity and Zagoth. It doesn't get red yet, but Misty with Ren and 6 and Titania is just going to be very strong. Maybe we can get this Deathrite Shaman on the wheel. I also wouldn't mind playing Zatora's Proving Ground either, because it's a red source that Misty can get. In fact, if the Tri-Land wheels, I probably will take it if I don't find a red source for Misty between now and then. Oh, wow. There's a Minskimbu. And nothing else I necessarily care about. I mean, it would be nice to have a Remand. It would be nice to have a Fatal Push, but I mean, Minskimbu just seems fantastic here. We already passed the Llanowar Elf. I don't know if I'd really want to play Elf anyways, but I mean, I'm just... Pack 3, we're going to get that Mox Emerald, so might as well prepare for it, right? Yeah, I think I like Mox... sorry, not Mox. Minskimbu probably the best out of here. I do hope to get like a Fatal Push or something back, though. There's not much here for us. There is a Magda. There's also just a Thornspire Verge. I think that's actually what I'm going to take here. I do like Fabled Passage as well. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to take. I just don't know how many basics I'm going to end up with, but it is a fetch land. Maybe the Verge comes back. Because of the Wren, maybe I just don't know how many basics I'm going to have. That's just the real issue, but I'll take the Fabled. Okay. What does Dak Faden do for us? Not much, honestly. Unholy Heat, I think, is just better. I don't mind a Deep Cavern Bat, but I definitely want some 1-mana answers. Time Warp is nice with all these Planeswalkers, but so is just having all these Planeswalkers and keeping them alive with Unholy Heat. There's a Lutri. Are we interested in Lutri? Probably. Yeah, I'm not really interested in Talisman. Talisman's nice for like casting Minskimboos and stuff, but I just don't think we're a Talisman deck. There is a Murderous Cut, but I'm going to take this Lutri. Right now we can only... I guess we can Pillage the Bog, Mana Leak, and Kolaghan's Command it. Let's take the Lutri. The Lutri is pseudo-free, right? Oh, there's a Steam Vents. That's red off of Misty. That's fantastic. Notably, there is a Ignoble Hierarch and a Daze. I wouldn't mind playing either. But, I mean, I'm going to take this Steam Vents. That seems great for us. Okay, now there's a... Oh, there's a Force of Will? Do we have enough blue cards? We could probably make it work. That has to be better than... This already gets green. Okay, I want to take the Force of Will. That just seems better by a lot. Oh, there's now a Spell Pierce, which I think I like better than River Pyre. We don't have a Time Walk, or else I would be interested in this Tameo. But yeah, I like Spell Pierce. It adds to our blue count. I think is the biggest thing. Okay, so the Triome did come back, but now we have 3 fetches for the Deathrite Shaman, and we already have red for the Steam Vents. So yeah, I think our mana's good enough here. I'm going to take Deathrite Shaman with our 3 fetch lands. Okay, we're not white. I don't want to play any more tap lands. There's a Bristly Bill, but that doesn't do much. Enduring Curiosity, I think, is probably our highest chance. I don't think I want to play a Sowing Microspawn. And this, again, ups our blue count. Okay, I wasn't too sure how this deck was going to come together, but it's looking nice, honestly. Especially if we can just assemble Titania, Sylvan Safekeeper over and over again. We have a whole another pack, and we're gonna open up a Mox Emerald again. Oh, the Verge Wield, Thornspire. There we go. Yeah, let's take that. That's great. This deck needs all the untapped lands you can get, and I think Zagoth Triome's pretty close to perfect. I probably want the Spire Bluff, but I could see playing the Creeping Tar Pit as well. But I'm gonna take the Spire Bluff. We don't have a whole lot of early black that we have to play. I don't think I want the Uvenwald Oddity. Maybe I'll just take the Talisman. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but I don't think I want the Uvenwald Oddity. We're not really interested in that, and I'm not. Speaking of not interested in, you can Shifting Woodland like the Titania, but I'm just gonna take the Mystical Tutor. I don't think we're gonna play it. Oh, Mox. Okay, well it's the one color we're not playing, but you know what? That's fine. I mean, we're still gonna take it. Notably, I should say. Stock Up is probably not wheeling. I wouldn't mind getting an underground mortuary. Blood Crypt doesn't do much for us. That's why I didn't take the Badlands earlier either. Yeah, we're just gonna take this. Maybe the Snuff Out Wheels, but I highly doubt it. Let's take that Mox. Oh, why is this not Mox not going into our deck? Okay, cool. Caracas. Do we want a Caracas now? We could take a Subtlety. I don't hate a Subtlety. I also don't hate Pyrokinesis. We have a Lutri. Oh, let's not do that. Does Caracas do anything for us right now? I don't think it does. It bounces our Lutri over and over again. It technically can protect our Titania, but no, I'm going to take the Pyrokinesis. We only have a few red spells, but when one of them's guaranteed to be in your hand, that definitely increases the value of Pyrokinesis by a lot. And we have plenty of blue cards currently, so yeah, let's just take the Pyrokinesis. The Pyrokinesis could wheel, of course, but speaking of wheel, but I think that's fine with the Lutri Companion. Caracas is going to be an unfortunate one to have to give up, even though we're not white, but Caracas can be a colorless land. Okay, so notably, this Taiga is dang near perfect for us, as it gets green untapped from Bloodstained Mire and red untapped. I guess we already got red untapped, but still, Taiga is actually an excellent pickup here, and we're not really giving up too much. So let's take that. And this is what I was talking about. Like, we're just not going to have a whole lot of basics to play with. Well, Fractured Identity is a reason to play white, but at this point, I think I'd rather just take a Galvanic Discharge. I could also see taking a Birds of Paradise, but I think the Galvanic, or maybe even the Preordained, might be better. 22 currently. This also increases our red count. Yeah, I think our overall power level of like all of our cards is good enough. I'd rather just take the interaction here. Oh, a Miscalc? I love that. I wouldn't hate a Bone Crusher Giant on the wheel either. But yeah, we'll take a Miscalc here. Is this a volcanic island? It is a volcanic island. It's also a Probe and a Ponder. Pyrite Spellbomb's a good one. We already have a Steam Vents and a Spire Bluff. But you know what? We have a ton of playables as well. Let's just take the Volk. I can always cut the Steam Vents or the Spire Bluff if I want to, honestly. Okay, here we could take Pentad Prism, or we can just take Commercial. But we already have one that both our big fetches can get Undercity Sewers. We don't really want to play more tap lands. So I'm going to take the Pentad Prism here, as it can accelerate us into Titania or Mixkimbu. There's an Expressive Iteration. Oh, there's a Force of Negation. Pick 8? Yeah, we'll slam that. Oh, wow. Snuff Out did wheel. Yeah, we'll take that too. That's a gift. Snuff Out is an absolute gift. And now a Subtlety? What are people drafting? I guess Boros. I guess everyone's going aggro here. Yeah, we'll take a Subtlety. That's kind of free as well. Wheel of Fortune wheeled, of course. Don't really want anything else. I don't really want the wheel either, but sure, we'll take it. Preordain came back around too. Soul Guide Lantern. I don't think I'm interested in Soul Guide Lantern. Let's just take the Preordain. We'll figure out what the deck looks like in a minute. We have too many counterspells to make Bloodbraid work. And I don't think we have enough. Yeah, I don't think we have enough to make Gaia's Cradle work either, unfortunately. And I don't think I want to play Nissa. I don't think I'm going to play Nissa, but I'll put it there for now. Notably, we could just be Rug. Splash Black. Like, when I say Splashback, I mean like for Deathrite Shaman. But we'll see. We're not going to play Elvish. I guess the Snuff Out would be a good splash thing too. We're probably going to be all 4 colors, but let's see what this looks like. Okay, so we're going to put Lutri into the Companion Zone. We did get a Mox Pearl. So we're probably going to cut, let's see. Yeah, we're probably going to cut a Forest. Let's see. So we have how many blue? Because I want to keep a swamp and a mountain for our... That's kind of the cost of Fabled Passage and Prismatic Vista. But okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green. So yeah, let's cut an island for the other one. Because I do want to play this Chrome Mox. Like, just turn 2ing an Oko or, you know, turn 3ing a Minxkambu is probably good enough. Okay, so we need 4 cuts now. I think the Talisman's fine to cut. And honestly, the Pentad Prism might also be fine to cut. That's 2 already. Oh yeah, we don't need the Mystical Tutor. What is this Mystical Tutoring for? Nothing. This was just like a last pick, I think. Yeah, we don't need the Mystical Tutor. Oh, we definitely want the Chrome Mox. This is going to be a very interesting deck. I'm excited to see how it works, if at all. Our mana base is honestly really good for 4 color. Of course, famous last words. Maybe it's just this Nissa, like I said. I could also see Enduring Curiosity, but we have enough that we could draw off of, like the Fairy, the Snap, Baleful Strix, maybe even a cheeky Deathrite Shaman hit. Plus, it ups our blue count. So yeah, let's get rid of the Nissa. All right, I'm actually really excited for this. Let's see how it works. I really hope that we don't. I really hope that we don't 0-3 here. If we can get to 5 wins, I'll be happy. Won't be satisfied, but I'll be happy. Okay. This is probably fine. I will likely lead on Volcanic Island. And I'll probably even play my Mox Pearl, honestly, since the Spell Pierce is kind of protected. And then we can still go turn 3 Enduring Curiosity. Uh-oh. Oh, interesting. They did have something. Chose not to play it. Maybe it was a Mana Tithe. Plains still pass. Okay. Let's just play the Zagoth Triome. Yeah, we'll spell Pierce that. That counters both halves. And next turn we still have Unholy Heat if we really care. Oh, Wasteland. That's a good one against us. That does take out our second blue source, so we can't play Enduring Curiosity. Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to play the Swamp. I'm going to hide the Mountain. Also, we can, if we draw a blue source, that's fine. If we draw a blue source, we can Baleful Strix now. That is a blue source. It is untapped blue as well because of Steam Vents. Perfect. I'm glad they wasted their resources on blowing up our lands. This also gets us an island. It gets us a green too, but I don't care about green at the moment. That's good. Let's see what they do, but this Kolgan's command should be very strong. I'm gonna. If their last card is Mana Tithe, though, that's so annoying. But I'm just gonna go into it. That's fine. Let's. This doesn't make tokens, right? No. Okay. Target player discards a card, and I think I'm okay with keeping their 2/2. Honestly. Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't Mana Tithe. Fantastic. Yep, and then they get to trade probably their Spirit with the 1/1. I'm just gonna do this now. That might actually do it. Yeah, it does. That does give us Unholy Heat. That's great. Oh, Wrenn and 6? So this does get us green then? Let's make doubly sure, but I think we have 2 forests in our deck. We do. And maybe we just wipe their board. So I probably should have Unholy Heated first, but that's fine. Yeah, I should have Unholy Heated first. But now we just pick up our land. That's fine. Oh. Didn't they not draw? Oh, because they... Yeah, okay. It didn't resolve. That's fine. Let's just... No, we don't want the Zagoth Triome. Let's get a real land, though. Or do we want... No, I guess we do... We can always just play Second Force, though, off of the Fabled Passage. So, yeah, let's just get a real land. Snuff Out is on. Let's get Zagoth Triome and kind of bluff that we're going to cycle it end of turn. We get to even play Save and Safekeeper to draw a card next turn, maybe. All while having Snuff Out. Remember, they chose... Ooh, that's a good one. Resolves. We are going to sack a land to protect this. Target creature. Sack this land. Because I don't want to give away that we have a thing coming. And I do actually just want to snuff this out now before they can draw something. I feel pretty good. Flicker Wisp. Okay, what is that going to do? I don't think it's going to do much. Sure. We'll just get it back and then we'll kill the Flicker Wisp. This I can't imagine losing here, but you know, famous last words have been said. Let's minus. Go here. Play. Pillage the bog. Yeah, we'll take that. Wish I would have played my... Ooh, okay. Yeah, I guess we won't be plotting this. Let's just put that back on top. Yep, good game. Good game. Almost the tier 2. Can we get there? This deck's just gonna be crazy. I am so excited to play it. And we're not going 0-3. That's even better. The Chrome Mox doesn't do much here, but I'm still gonna keep. We can go get our Bugland. I'm still gonna play the Mox Pearl because I'd rather them kill it, honestly. But anyways, we can go get our Bugland, play Spire Bluff, play Baleful Strix, and go from there. I kind of hope that they do just kill the Mox Pearl. Nope. They choose not to. Yeah, I think I'd rather just get all of our mana out now. Do they have an Entomb? An Entomb would be absolutely detrimental, but can't do much about it. I don't know what else Swamp Priority would have because they couldn't Fatal Push until just now. Yep, and playing that still doesn't do anything, so we'll just pass. Please don't have Entomb. Oh, Vampiric Tutor. Okay, that would be the other one. I don't know of a third, but I suppose I would rather have Vampiric Tutor than Entomb on the stack right now. Unfortunately, I can't even speculate what they could really be getting, other than like, you know, the obvious black combo pieces like Reanimator. Yep, that's a Black Lotus. And that's a Sheoldred. Well, that's not good for us. We do have Galvanic Discharge, Snap Galvanic Discharge. Yeah, no deck. Bad deck. Okay, Unholy on the Baleful Strix. That's fine. Alright, well, we're kind of out of gas now, but we have the mana advantage, and we're equal on cards. Ooh, okay, well, that's unfortunate. At least they exile the gut. That's nice for... Oh. It's already a land in our yard. And an artifact. And because we... it's so close. Let's just play the Sylvan Safekeeper. Let's see. Let's bolt the Steam Vents. Put the Lutri in hand. Play the Safekeeper. No attacks. And see what they do. They already played their land before attacking. I don't know if that's good or bad for us. I'm hoping that this isn't Fiery Confluence will wrath my board. Oh, Grief. Grief resolves. And I think I just want to Unholy Heat the Grief while I can. I'm just going to have to draw an Oko or something to deal with the Lelia. They take the Lutri, of course. Otherwise, they would take the Unholy Heat. Like, that was just really awkward for us. Alright. We don't have double green for Titania, unfortunately, so we're going to have to draw something else. Maybe a Minskimbu. No blocks. They hit a Talisman. My turn. Okay, well, that doesn't do much. I'll attack with the Safekeeper, and I'll just block with the Snapcaster Mage next turn. We have a decent amount of gas. It's just, unfortunately, this Lelia is just going to get... It just got too big for our removal. I mean, we really need... A Titania would just absolutely be game. Depending on what they get off these. Okay, it's still not the worst hit of all time for us. We will be blocking. A Titania off the top is probably our best draw. Yep. A Pillage the Bog wouldn't be the worst. Alright, let's just draw a Titania, make this really easy on us. Oh, they did have an Entomb in their deck. That's neat. Alright, Titania off the top. Oh, I saw the green card and got excited. Alright, well, we found another Chumper. No attacks. I don't think our opponent knows that they can play lands off Lelia. I think they've just hit like mono spells though. Yep, we will block with the Deathrite. Still have a chance to hit Titania. That's a good one. Titania still gets us out of this, but that's a good one. Yeah, Titania would give us 6 elementals with Shroud. I guess they wouldn't have Shroud on my turn, but okay, yep, my turn. Draw Titania. Force of Will. That's a little too late. Well, that's unfortunate. They should definitely attack now before cracking another clue. I really wish this was Mystic Confluence. Go to 1. Watch, now we'll draw it. It'll be great. Nope. Good games. Just drew probably 2 too many mana sources there. Arguably 3, but the Chrome Mox never doing anything was kind of sad. But we never hit like a Planeswalker or something that we wanted to aggressively get out fast enough. This is probably going to get us under City Sewers, but I'll keep. And again, I don't mind playing out the Mox Pearl and then blowing it up. That's fine. They mulliganed. Okay, well, let's play Misty into Mox Pearl. That resolves. Let's get under City Sewers. Okay, I'll take a Preordain here. We may not need the Pyrokinesis yet. I don't want any of these. Watch, we'll draw Titania, but, you know, whatever. Okay, I like that draw, too. I would like it if they played an artifact we can blow up. Otherwise, I may just kill their bird, make them discard. I just don't want them to be able to, like, natural order. Natural order is one of the bigger payoffs for being green. They could have a Nadu. Oh, Pest Infestation? Okay. That doesn't do too much, thankfully. What does Chrome Mox do for me? I guess it gets rid of... It lets me Subtlety if I want to. I'm not doing much else with the Snapcaster Mage, honestly. So let's do that. If they have natural order, they have natural order. Maybe they'll go Questing Beast. Or Ubenwald Oddity. That would probably be ideal. Oh, Goblin Rabble Master. Yeah, let's just cast this now. We kind of invested into it. Let's just make them redraw this. If they had natural order, they may have slammed it, but maybe that was their bait. Force of Will. Okay. I want to put Lutri back in hand. I really wish we had a land, but Force of Will kind of gives us a little bit to work with. And they can't, like, unless they're going to attack with all their tokens, the Goblin's not going to do much. Oh, they have a gut. Okay, I think that's worth getting rid of the Lutri for. We're nowhere near 6 mana, and I value the Kulgan's command more. Oh, sweet. Now we can attack. We have Force of Will up now. Hopefully they play something other than the Rabble. Of course not. They'll discard. Kill the Rabble. Discard a Sanguine Evangelist. That's good for us. Force of Negation. Okay. Hopefully they play a non-creature first. Or nothing. Yeah, I I just want to use my mana, honestly. Okay. The other card's likely a land. Glorybringer, that's abysmal. Yep. And they should kill our subtlety. Wow, we just went from pretty far ahead to the Stone Age. Where are our planeswalkers? We have so many. We haven't seen a Minxkambu or anything. An Oko? Yep. All these spell pierce and force negations are doing absolutely nothing. Wow. Okay. I mean, we're only playing 15 lands in our Moxen, and we drew both our Moxen. That's incredible. Good game. I really wish we could see our deck. Like, what does this even mean? So both of our losses so far are just a flood? Sure. Let's keep. Mother of Runes? Okay, that's going to be a problem for us unless I rip a burn spell off the top. It's technically a burn spell. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, oh, wow. Well, that doesn't do much for us, but control a forest or mountain. I'm going to have this get us a forest. I don't need another mountain yet, and that'll turn on this for Deathrite Shaman, and then that also turns on Renin 6 if we want it. Okay. I may throw this Chrome Mox or this Pillage underneath the Chrome Mox. Okay, that's not going to hit anything because it's just creatures, I believe. So I may just. Hmm, yeah. I wouldn't mind a Fiery Covenant sometime around here. Hmm. I can tick this up, but then it starts getting attacked down, but that might still be fine. I can't Kulgan's Command unless I pitch this to Bog anyways. Actually, you know what? That's probably fine. And then I can attempt to kill the mother, and then when it doesn't work, I can Renin 6 the mother down. If they have reprieve, they have reprieve. Yep. I'm going to play this before I play the mountain. Although I think they would have reprieved already if they did. Kill the mom. And now I'm just going to play the Sylvan Safekeeper to protect the Wrenn and 6. The Wrenn and 6 slow triggers the Titania. So even if we draw Titania here, I won't be too upset. We do go down on Force of Negation, but I think that's worth it. And as long as we don't get too punished here, if they go land animate, that's fine. That's, I guess, worth a Wrenn and 6 dying. Oh, they didn't animate. Did they mean to animate? Did they mess that up? Yeah, I'll block. I value the Wrenn and 6 more than the Sylvan. I'll probably even sack a land, honestly. We have a Wrenn and 6. If they try to kill it in response. Yeah, I wonder if they messed up the attack there. Which, you know, we take those, obviously. Let's uptick. Passage. I think there's 2 islands in this deck. I hope there's 2 islands in this deck. I'm pretty sure there's 2 islands. 2 islands and 2 forests. Oh, what is this? Okay. That's kind of savage. There was not 2 islands. Okay. Well, I'm glad we upticked first. They're not attacking? Interesting. Imagine if we had an island. So as I was saying, imagine if we had an island. I think the game... Well, I don't know if they have removal or not, obviously. But, I mean, the game heavily swings in our favor if it does. Or if they don't, I mean. When I said it does, I meant resolving the endurance and attacking. There's not interested in attacking with the other thing. Something. Mox Pearl, okay. I mean, we have, what did I count? 10 blue sources? Full control lets Unholy Heat. Target. Pay. A reprieve would be annoying here. And I may even force of will it. Oh, dismember. That's fine. I said force of will. I meant force of negation, but that's fine. I really hope I find a blue source. I mean, okay. I guess it's a blue source. And a subtlety? I'll take that on this board state, honestly. Okay, I feel a lot better now. See if they want to put that back on top. I will play Enduring Curiosity to draw a card. Yep, they do want to put it back on top. If they have removal, they have removal. We know they're drawing a creature. Solitude. Yeah, on the Endure. Yeah. That's incredible. And again, we're going to lose to Flooding. Okay, you have an Adeline, and you get to attack with it even. Yep. This way, Snapcaster Mage can still kill the Adeline. This is absolutely absurd. This is so absurd. And now Snapcaster Mage is in and out. I say out, you know what I mean. And now, like, Titania doesn't do anything either. Like, where's our Minskimbu? Where's our Oko? Like, this is absurd. We took these cards highly for a reason. And they're just not going to show up, and instead we're going to draw all these lands. It's not even a good block. I don't know, whatever. We don't have a sweeper. What, we're going to draw like Snuff Out or something dumb. Snuff Out would have been a nice draw earlier. Not anymore. With the Exile, Lutrian, Sylvan. Okay, sure. Pyrokinesis. We're probably still dead, but... This is probably the most abysmal 1 in 3 I've ever done. Yep. Yeah, Subtlety is the last permanent they need. Good game. Losing to Flood with this deck is just incredible. Like, oh man. That is just so gut-wrenching. Well, let's look at the deck. Just want to confirm, that's 15 lands right here. 1-5. 2 Moxen. And let's see. Let's count the cards we never saw. We saw Preordain once. We never saw Fairy. Never saw Mana Leak. Never saw Miscalc. Never saw Oko. That's 4. Never saw Minskimbu. That's 5. Never saw Titania. I think we did see I don't remember if we saw Titania or not, but that's 5 or 6 cards we just never saw. But I'm pretty sure we saw... Okay, yeah, I cut the last island like last second. That's what it was. But I'm pretty sure we saw every single land in our deck. Okay, I don't know if we ever used Misty Rainforest, now that I think about it, but maybe. Either way, like, that's incredible. This deck should not 1 in 3. This deck is so strong. And, like, we have the Mana Leak and the Miscalc even, but when we died, one of the games we had Force Negation, Spell Pierce against, like, the not all creature deck, but, you know, they played creatures against us. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I would 100% run this deck back in the next draft, if I could. Unfortunately, I can't. But I hope you enjoyed me just getting absolutely stomped, I guess. But yeah, it is what it is. I can't wait to play the next one, and I hope you have a good night. Thanks for watching.